Well, hey everyone. Thank you for coming to the channel today. This is A Father's Hope, and my name's Jonathan. And today, what we're going to be talking about is really making memories. Memories of your child and memories that last. And I know the reason I was thinking about doing this topic is specifically when you're going through the loss of a child. Maybe there's a lot of grief, and you might not even be thinking of these type of things, but I want to do this video because I think it's really important to make sure that we remember our children, and not that we would forget, because Caitlin's always going to be right here in my heart and she's on my mind. But personally, as a father, I love having the photos and videos and certain just memorabilia to be able to just look back on and just really show how much of an impact and importance that Caitlin had in my life. So today, I'm really going to be talking about things that you can do. Now, you might be after the fact, like you're in the grieving process right now. If you lost your child, these are things that you still can do, but maybe you, like me, I found out in January of 2012, but she was born in April, so I was able to think about a couple of these things, ahead of time as well. But I'm going to go through a few things, and I have a few examples just to show you today, and then also show you some pictures as well too, just to show you how important it is and how great it is to have those memories. So let's talk about pictures. We were very blessed to have someone come in. Our friend, actually a friend of a friend, one of her ministries is to actually, she's a photographer, and she actually does photography for free on those specific days, like when the actual delivery's happening. Now, for some of you, maybe that might be really hard for you, but I got to tell you, it is so great to have those pictures of the day. I have pictures of Caitlin, just the family being around and all the love. It was really important, and we have that forever now. And I am able to look back on those pictures and really just reflect, because it's so important to do that. And I love it. And yes, it's emotional, but so necessary, because man, Caitlin was so important to me, and I love her so much, and I just love being able to have those photos to look at, and I get to look at them anytime I want to, which is awesome. So I would encourage you, and a friend might do it for you, because I had a friend, and she actually just suggested this friend to do the photography for that day. So it's something that I personally feel it's a really good idea. So that's one thing. The second thing is video. Now, I was able to actually capture Caitlin as she came across because there was a C-section. So as soon as she came across the area, I was able to see her, and she was born, she cried, she was moving all around, and I have that on video, and that is something that, wow, it's really emotional to watch, but so amazing to watch as well. And I love being able to just hear her voice and know that, hey, it was real, it happened, and she was real, and she was alive, and even for just a moment. But I still have that memory forever now, which is really awesome. What also, not just the video of the day, but actually my mom was very sweet, and she actually put together a video, like a slideshow type thing. So it has pictures, some video in there as well too, and it's to music and everything. And every year on Caitlin's birthday slash anniversary. I get to watch that, and it's like about a 15 to 20-minute video. And yeah, it definitely brings tears, and a lot of emotion comes up with that. And I'm crying within the first, couple seconds. I mean, honestly, but I love having that every year, and I look forward to watching it. And it's something that it's pretty amazing to see all the actual footage. And it might be hard for some people to watch that, but crying and letting out your emotions is, from my standpoint and my opinion, it's just my opinion, but so much better than bottling that in and just keeping it closed in. And when I let that out, man, yeah, I cry throughout the whole thing, but afterwards I feel filled up. And I know God has something to do with that, but it's also a great way to honor Caitlin, and I love doing that. So another thing is my aunt. If you can see this, I don't know how well you can see it, but she put together a scrapbook, and this has pictures, photos, memories. There's her obituary, and then she actually had an outfit for the funeral and everything, and but that's the front of it too as well. A C for Caitlin there. And this is great because anytime you can just pull that out and just look through memories and stuff like that, and that's really great. I love having that, and it was really sweet of my aunt to do that. Another thing, I don't know if you're familiar with these, but this is actually Caitlin Bear, and what this is, it's actually made by Molly Bears, and it's actually a company, and I believe it's a ministry too as well. But my ex-wife, her cousin, actually was very sweet, and she got one for each of us. And I think you have to request it in, but this was actually a surprise. I didn't know this was happening, but the actual weight of the bear is the weight of Caitlin, which I think is pretty awesome. And so I can hold and just kind of remember that as well too. But this is a great just reminder of my daughter, and I have that special memory, and I get to hold her, and it's pretty awesome. So love having that. And my son Caleb loves this thing too. Sometimes he'll want to have it in his room or on his bed too as well. So that's the Caitlin Bear. Other things too, now that we've talked about scrapbooks, pictures, video stuff, but more of like memorial things now. Some people actually, a couple things. We had a group of friends that actually got a memorial type stone for us to have out in our yard, and you can see it there. There's a picture of it right there, and really, that's just a great reminder. There's a scripture on it, which is pretty awesome. But that's a nice memorial type stone in remembrance of Caitlin. Other things is my ex-wife, the people she worked with actually did a gift of the remembrance stone actually at Aurora Healthcare. So it's in their remembrance garden area. So there's actually a stone that has Caitlin's name and her birth date on there and everything too as well. So, those are some things you can do. And then what's nice about that is, as a family, Caleb and I, we can go and look at the stone. We can take him to Aurora, and he actually were able to view that together. And he has questions and stuff too, and just asks about his sister a lot, which is pretty awesome. And he always say, "I can't wait to see Caitlin in heaven." And he's also a good reminder of her, because he always says he has sisters here, but then he has sister up in heaven as well too, which is pretty awesome. And he's very sweet too. So. The other thing is what's put out actually outside in my backyard it's called Caitlin's Garden. This is a really cool way I felt to just honor her, and it's something that is a constant reminder. So when it turns spring and everything is just blooming, we have specific plants out there that kind of a reminder. There's actually a Caitlin rose. It's spelled with a K, I believe, but you get the point of it. But it's a beautiful rose bush and it just grows. And there's other, like a nice tree and a really nice bushes out there. And I just have that to be able, I can go out there and sit and just really reflect. And either if I'm, just praying or talking to Caitlin or whatever it might be, but that's a really awesome thing to have. So I would encourage, like, some people plant trees, or you don't have to do a whole garden, but maybe you have a plant or something specific, and that's really cool to have, and I would really encourage that as well too. So another thing you can do, which is just participate in, they have the yearly the Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day. So that's October 15th, and that's where people all over, I don't know if it reaches outside the United States, but maybe that's a worldwide thing. But it's an opportunity for people to come together, and you can either place stuff on your social media, or just put out certain things. Or I know places actually have, like, either candle lighting, stuff like that, maybe balloon releases, and I'll kind of talk about that in just a few seconds. But that's another thing that you can do as well too, is just participate in that special day. The last thing I kind of want to touch base on today is more of just really talking about the celebration of your child's birthday / anniversary. So some people call it angelversary or whatever it might be. So I make a big deal out of it, and a big deal in the way of I am celebrating my daughter. Not everyone might agree with that, but I want her and other people to know that I'm proud of her. And even though she was only here for a short time, her life is worth celebrating, and the impact that she's had on people's lives, and the amount of love that she has just filled me up with, and I know countless others. We, my son and I will, and my wife Courtney, will go to the store, and Caleb will pick out a balloon, and sometimes he picks out a stuffed animal too, which is pretty awesome. But we let him pick out all the stuff, and he gets a balloon. We get a balloon for each of us, and then we go out to her gravesite for her birthday on April 5th, which it's coming up pretty soon too as well. And then we say a few words, and then we do a balloon release, and we always video that as well too. And then Caleb and I always take a picture by Caitlin's gravestone. And that's for memories, and I want that to be every single year, so that way we can look back and just see every year that we've come out to visit her gravesite. And as a Christian, I don't obviously believe her soul isn't there, but it's a nice way to remember. But I know that we'll see her again, and it's a beautiful spot too, because the sun shines down, and it's pretty awesome, and it's overlooking the lake area. So that's one thing that we do. And then we actually come home and do a birthday cake, and we celebrate Caitlin, and it's pretty awesome. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. And even if it seems like it's really hard right now, just looking out almost 5 years out, that's memories that I love to have. And those are some of the special things that I do and have done. And I hope that some of the things I talked about today will help you in being able to remember your child. And again, I appreciate you coming to the channel. Next week, I'm going to try to focus the topic on emotions, specifically some key emotions and stuff that we experience as we go through the loss of a child, and really how to handle those and deal with some of the emotions that come about. So I really appreciate you coming to the channel today, and definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let people know that are struggling. If you know some people that just need to hear this message, feel free to point them to this channel. And also, if you have anything that comes up or you need prayer or have questions, feel free to email me at afathershope@gmail.com. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next week.